The first dilemma is from Sean. Hey Jordan, I really like your videos and your new book. I appreciate you, Sean. I appreciate you for copying the book. I appreciate everyone who copped the book. And stay tuned because I have another one, or really a few more books on the way. Still, I need some advice from the man himself. So there is this girl that I can't stop thinking about. I see her almost every day and she won't get out of my mind. I see why you enjoyed the book. Just based on you saying that, I see why you enjoyed Soul Shock. Anyways, maybe that sounds like I'm down bad, but I'm not. We already friend zoned us because we both know it's better that way. We talked it out and we both are not looking for a partner at the moment. But I'm still thinking of her all the time. I'm already on my grind every day. Work, gym, books, meditation, nofap, etc. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I just want to go back to sleep without thinking of her for an hour before I actually sleep. I would love to hear some advice from you. Well, Sean, first of all, you definitely have feelings for this girl. Okay, you definitely 100% have feelings for this girl. Now, you say that you guys mutually agreed to be friends, and I think you probably did that in spite of you having feelings for her. Okay, you said that she's not looking for a partner at the moment either. What I want to know is, why are you not looking for a partner? I don't see why you can't be with somebody right now. I mean, I understand that sometimes you have to focus on yourself, but if this person is really dominating your thought patterns to the extent that you can't even sleep at night without thinking about them, then at some point or another, you're probably going to have to concede to that. Now, like I said, it starts with acknowledgement. Okay, acknowledge the fact that you have feelings for this girl. And then from there, you can take corrective measures. Now, that's not to say that you need to deny your feelings, but at some point or another, you're gonna have to have a conversation with her. Okay, you're gonna have to shoot your shot, more or less. You're going to have to shoot your shot with her. And I understand it can be very uncomfortable, it can be very scary, but if you don't shoot your shot, you're never going to get any good sleep. Okay, I can assure you of that, because you'll be left with nothing but what ifs. You'll be left with regret. You'll be left with wonder. It's much better to get rejected than to feel that feeling of regret every single night, of never having shot your shot with that person that you know you want to be with. Now, you asked this question a while back, so hopefully you've already come to your senses and did that. But you guys have to understand, okay, everybody watching this, you have to understand that if you like somebody, you owe it to yourself to at least try to get with that person. Now, I know this may seem like counterintuitive advice, because all of the self-development YouTubers are going to tell you, don't chase this person. Don't ever chase this person. Don't show interest, because that'll push them away. Newsflash. Okay, newsflash. If you showing interest pushes somebody away, the chances are they're not interested in you, and that's fine. That's fine. That girl may very well not be interested in you in anything more than a platonic sense, and that is perfectly fine. But understand that for your sake, for the sake of your well-being, for the sake of your self-development journey, for the sake of you being on your purpose, you're going to have to admit that you have feelings for this girl, first to yourself and then to her. Now, I can't tell you what's going to happen once you do that, except for this one thing. I can absolutely 100% assure you that if you shoot your shot, you will find peace. I am speaking from experience with that. There are times where I've doubled back and hit up girls from my past and didn't get a response, but I found peace. I prioritize my peace over my pride, and that's what I would highly suggest you do. Because if you don't prioritize your peace over your pride, or if you prioritize your fear over your peace of mind, your fear over your well-being, over your feelings, eventually it's going to consume you, and the feelings are going to slip out anyways. So it's best to take the initiative and just shoot your shot right now. Okay, shoot your shot, and whatever happens from there happens. But don't just allow that feeling of what if, that feeling of wonder, that feeling of regret, those fantasies, don't allow that to consume you to the extent that you cannot even sleep at night, bro. You have to shoot your shot, man. You're gonna have to shoot your shot. And I wish you all the best with that. Now, the next dilemma is from Carlos. Yo, Jordan, hope you're having a blessed day. Likewise to you, Carlos. I had a YouTube channel when COVID hit in March. I stopped posting because my videos were getting 5 views and I had 200 subscribers. The reason behind that is because I did a sub for sub and the support didn't match. I started a new channel and I gained 5 subscribers in 2 days. I have no plans on giving up, and my goal is 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope you keep on growing your YouTube and you live up to your dreams. Well, Carlos, I appreciate you for the support, and I do want to point this out, okay? For anybody who's trying to grow a channel on YouTube, do not ever do sub for sub. Don't ever do that. You are committing channel suicide. If you built your channel by doing sub for sub and you're in that position where people are not watching your videos or they're clicking on the videos and liking the videos and then clicking off, or clicking, commenting, and then clicking off, delete your channel and start over. I know you don't want to hear that, but you got to do what Carlos did here, man, because I've seen it. I've seen people who did sub for subs, and it never ends well. It never ends well. You don't want people to subscribe for the sake of support. You want them to subscribe because they genuinely enjoy your content and your personality, because those are people who are actually going to watch your videos. You're watching this video right now and you've made it this far into the video because you enjoy my content and you enjoy my personality. You enjoy me as a person. You enjoy my insight, my wisdom, so on and so forth. Okay, I didn't ask you to subscribe. I don't ask people to subscribe to my channel. I don't ask you to like my videos. I don't ask you to comment on my videos. What I ask you to do is stay true to yourself. And I know and I trust that my audience, if they're staying true to themselves, they're going to do those things regardless because they like me. Because my audience resonates with me because I'm being myself on camera and I attract those types of people. So you guys have to understand that you cannot cheat the system. Doing things like buying subscribers, buying views, buying likes, those things don't actually help you and your brand. Do not do those things, okay? Please don't do them. I've seen other people do that stuff. It never ends well. It's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. Don't try to cheat the journey. Now, the next dilemma is from Noah. Hey Jordan, been watching you for a while and would say you're my favorite person to watch. I appreciate you, Noah. I like your content and how I can relate to a lot of what you say. I was wondering though how you started your channel and why you did it in the first place. I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel that talks about relatable life obstacles just like you two, but don't know if it will do well. How did you become so great like how you are today? Noah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the support. So the reason why I started my YouTube channel was honestly because I had nowhere else to go. I dropped out of school and I just wanted an outlet. I wanted an outlet to be heard, to be understood. And I turned to YouTube. Now, a lot of people don't know this. As a matter of fact, I don't think anyone knows this because I don't think I ever told anybody this, but before I started my YouTube channel, I was actually planning on starting a blog because I always knew that I was a better writer than I am a speaker. However, what ended up happening was I tried to make the blog and I didn't know how to create the website. So I just quit and went to YouTube instead. And that's where I made that first video, the why I dropped out of college video. And from there, I just fell in love, man. I fell in love not with YouTube itself, but with the process of expressing myself, with speaking my truth and providing people with an opportunity or providing people with the means to speak their truths as well. And for me, that's what's kept me going for so long, is that YouTube not only allows me to put that into practice in my own life and make a living doing so, but it allows me to help other people do the same thing. And to me, that's what brings the most fulfillment. Now, as far as how I got to be as great as I am right now, I feel like great is a very subjective term, but as far as how I got to where I am right now, literally just consistency. Consistency and honoring my individuality. Those two things, as long as I've been consistent and I've been myself, things have always worked out for me. There's been ebbs and flows. There's been periods of rapid growth, periods of intense stagnation, but ultimately things have always worked in my favor whenever I stuck to the principles of consistency and authenticity. So if you do that, I can assure you that you will receive results. I can't promise you that you'll receive those results in the same timeline that I did, but I can promise you that you'll see results. The next dilemma is from Anonymous. Hey Jordan, so I need advice. I've had a crush on the same boy since 8th grade. He would always flirt with me and give me hints. So I asked for his number and texted him, but he didn't really reply. I always text him first, but he never replies. I get left undelivered. I was brave enough to ask him out, but he said I should have told him earlier and I should have given him hints and that he has a girlfriend. I feel like I'm a simp because I'm begging for a text back. Plus, I don't know if he likes me or not, or he's just playing with me. I asked him if he liked me earlier, but he said no, because he didn't know I liked him. I don't know what to do. I feel so heartbroken because when I finally get the courage to tell him this, things don't really work out in my favor. Well, Anonymous, from what I can tell, things did work out in your favor. And you see, you guys have to understand that there's always a silver lining. Going back to the first dilemma, let's say, for example, Sean shoots his shot with that girl that he is staying up all night thinking about, and he gets rejected. Is it going to hurt? Absolutely. But guess what? There's a silver lining. Okay, and the silver lining is that is one person who you know you are not meant to be with, which brings you closer, one person closer to the person that you are supposed to be with. So when somebody rejects you, what you have to understand is that that person is simply not meant for you. Now, if you guys have read Soul Shock, you would know that it took me a very, very long time to realize this. I learned this through trial and error, unfortunately, and I don't want you guys to have to learn it the same way because it's a very painful process, a very painful journey that can be avoided by just loving yourself and respecting yourself enough to know that things are working out in your favor, that you are being favored by the universe, by God, by the powers that be. You are being favored by biology. Okay, biologically speaking, it's only right that you would find a partner. It only makes sense that you would find a partner because what are we here to do? Reproduce. Spiritually, what are we here to do? Expand. Okay, love is the foundation of life. And what you have to understand is that you are no exception to life. You are life itself in its physical form. So when you get rejected, you're getting rejected out of love. You're getting rejected out of love. You're being brought closer to the person that you're supposed to be with. Now, clearly, Anonymous, that guy right there, that's not somebody that you're supposed to be with. It's not. Okay, the moment that somebody starts leaving you undelivered, leave them alone. Block their number if you have to. Okay? Don't ever chase people. I don't care if you're a girl. I don't care if you're a guy. I don't care what you identify as. Don't ever chase anyone. Because chasing means that you are running from yourself. Okay, think about that. I need you to let that marinate. I learned that the hard way, like I said. I don't want you guys to have to learn that the hard way as well. That when you chase somebody else, you are actually running from yourself. You are telling yourself subconsciously that you are not good enough and you need that person to complete you. But you don't. That person can never complete you. And even if you catch that person, what you'll realize is that that feeling that you think that they're going to provide you with can only be felt from within. They're just giving you permission to feel a feeling that was always accessible to you from the get-go. All you have to do is stop running. Just stop running. When you stop chasing them, you effectively stop running from yourself. And when you stop running from yourself, that's when you find that feeling that you were looking for by chasing that person.